Hello Aries, this prediction's for Saturday, October 19th, 2024, and today you need to manage the level of tension you might have in the environment to achieve peace and harmony around you. You are a very valid sign with a noble and active attitude, but sometimes people can drive you crazy, and I completely understand that. There are people who are very irritable and get upset at the slightest thing. So, today, due to the astrological position, you can absolutely handle any topic. However, it is true that as a human being, you also have limits. It's okay to put on a good face in front of people who are complaining all day, but obviously, you are human too. So, you also have to put a stop to it today. Don't be afraid to take measures, like saying stop when you think it's necessary. This will help you bring out new versions of yourself that can assist you in finding the path you sometimes feel you've lost. So don't hold back from doing it, because it returns you to your authenticity, to your essence. Remember what you wanted to do a long time ago that you left parked in oblivion, and above all, improve whatever is vital for you. Anything that doesn't help us become more valuable individuals is a waste of time, so don't see it as a loss of time but as a gain of self-determination, of saying, here I am. There's some kind of project on the horizon, something that might be moving, whether work-related or romantic. Something is shifting. Be careful about opening new opportunities with people who remain equally negative. You are a sign that tends towards positivity, and of course, if we just talked about getting out of negativity, you won't want to associate with someone who complains all the time because that would be like taking a step back. Now, let's go into the specific details of love, health, work, and your compatibilities for today. In terms of health, your health is currently in order, and that reflects exactly who you are because you always try to maintain good internal and external conditions. So keep up that lifestyle you lead because it's working well for you. You know what you're doing and how you're doing it, and it's a clear indication that when you're trying to do things right, you succeed. This is a good astrological time to change where you exercise. Maybe before you used to work out at a gym, and now you do it at home, or vice versa. Who knows? Maybe you do it more formally or with a fitness professional. Nowadays, there are even apps that allow you to exercise via video, so you can achieve more aesthetic results, and the guidance is certainly noticeable right away. Regarding work, you are organized and grounded. You are projecting your work life in the short term, which will make you focus much more on making reality what you long for and consider necessary. But don't lose sight of the responsibilities you have. Everything should be done simultaneously with other colleagues. Whether you coordinate through messages or video calls for those of you who aren't working together, this will ensure that what you do is effective and correct in every sense. If you're not the leader of the group, you might feel like you are. Notice that today you will have that energy of determination moving forward, and it will be evident. This will certainly add many points to your standing because, on a cosmic level, Jupiter and Mercury are making you seen as a very qualified person for what you do, and that aligns perfectly with your goals. If you are looking for work, the same applies. If you happen to have an interview today, your way of expressing yourself will be excellent, exquisite even. You won't have any problems, you'll have wonderful harmony, and it will be great. So take advantage of it. On the economic and financial front, saving will be the best thing you can do right now, because you'll see that in the near future it will help you invest in a project you have in mind. Start now, but financially you might not have the conditions to initiate it. I mean, in terms of finances, focus on calculating how much you feel you need to give shape to that goal, and you will see later how, little by little, you can achieve what you long for. Since you have resources for everything and a marvelous energy and mind, you will have a kind of spiritual reconciliation with yourself, and this will be a beautiful moment that will remain for posterity and will make you very happy. Overall, amidst the ups and downs or little problems in life, you will be well off. And although it's not about a specific figure, you will have enough to be okay. As for love, if you really want a beautiful and stable relationship, you will need to conduct a super internal evaluation. You definitely have a level of demands for whoever opts for the role of partner in your life, and you don't realize that in some respects, you go to extremes. Some people may have had qualities from that list in your mind, but you haven't noticed, and until you realize that situation, you won't see that you have people beside you willing to give their all for you. However, if you demand a specific prototype from them, you will be letting happiness slip away. Notice what's happening around you, your life will change, and you will be very happy. If you already have a partner, you're going to have a rather passionate day. In fact, if you're living together or have been together for a long time, you will be very curious about your partner and will be asking questions and wanting to know, in a good sense, what they like, what they don't like, what they think about this, and what they think about that. You will be quite talkative, and if your partner also enjoys talking, they will obviously like it. If your partner is a bit more reserved, they might not like being asked so much, but that depends on each person. Overall, it looks good. If you are single, aside from what was mentioned, you may not be in a position for a relationship right now. Apart from the demands I just talked about, in general, you feel like there's still someone from the past stuck in your heart and thoughts. It's as if you haven't turned the page. If you're meeting people, even if it's from a distance or online, why not open up a little more? Why not expand what you might have to say or do? It could be interesting. Regarding your energy, it's moderate. You'll be able to work on various pending issues at the same time without overwhelming yourself or losing energy. You just need to organize by hours or days for each project you can carry out. You can do everything you need and do it properly. The idea that you can only handle one commitment is false. You can manage many more things. Plus, since you're a very active sign, even though your energy is moderate, push forward because that's wonderful for you. The positive situation you need to enhance today is your intellectuality, which makes you a cautious, intelligent person capable of making sound decisions. This process will help you go where you dream. Move slowly but surely, because that is your greatest reward. Also, be careful of thinking that because you are somewhat of a leader, everyone should serve you in some way, whether at work or in friendships. You will need to learn to work as a team if you want to achieve success. You'll be looking for faults in both others and yourself, and that's fine for learning, but not for imposing. So be careful, and also be cautious about mixing up documents, delivering papers, or if you send an email and something gets lost in the process. Make sure to write everything down properly, take screenshots so that if someone says they didn't receive something, you can show them you sent it. Organize yourself better, that is today's advice, organization. For students, it's a time of stress due to accumulating notes and things you need to clean up. If you've done your job well as a student, there won't be anything to worry about. However, if you feel overwhelmed or haven't finished, you'll need to get organized as well. Don't stress, in the end, you'll succeed because your mind is marvelous. You already know that. In terms of compatibilities, today you have a wonderful day with these three signs. Firstly, with Gemini, you have a day where your experiences, of any kind, will be amplified. There won't be any issues between you two. Secondly, with Capricorn, you have a day of great awareness and aptitude, nothing can hold you back. In fact, if you have any projects, ideas, or concepts, you will carry them out in total fullness. And thirdly, with Leo, you have a very joyful, active, and happy day, very nice indeed. Negatively, you might have some kind of discussion or distancing with someone from Sagittarius, but you know that this is only for today and only if you argue. I wish you an absolutely wonderful day. Until tomorrow.